Okay. Think. Am I live? Please? 1 second. Is it showing up? Oh, there's everyone. Hi. Let me check the... Whoa, a lot of comments. Okay, hold on. 1 second, everyone. It's not showing up on my YouTube studio? Or is it? Oh, no, it is. Alright, cool. So let's just go to that. Oh, I gotta copy the stream as well, just so I can send it to people. Cool. Alright. Hopefully... Yeah, wow, there's... Oh my gosh, 175 people already watching? I didn't tell people this was gonna be happening either. Anyway, hey guys, so, I said before before I did the 10-year anniversary live stream, this is more like a casual stream for people who couldn't make it on the Thursday. And it's just me, so there's no pressure. Like, no one, I don't think anyone from the crew is going to be here. I might join my crew later and just maybe see if anyone joins. But it's not going to be, like, 5 hours like last time. Maybe an hour and a half. Maybe at maximum, it's definitely going to be 2. So let me just put this in my Discord server. Let me see. I guess I could just put it in... Oh. Maybe I should make another section on my server where it's like, hey, I am live. I will paste it here and then at every... I'm trying to at... Wait, why can I not at everyone? At... It's weird. That's so weird. I can't at... But I should. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm live. There we go. Alright, so... Wow, that's actually pretty... Okay, so... Another thing as well, I fixed the latency on the stream, so now it's not going to be like a 20-second delay, maybe like a 5-second delay, which is way better. Anyway, so, the point of the stream, I am going to be just chilling and drawing and talking. I'm going to be answering your questions. Yeah, and that's basically it. So, let's get started. You know, it's a nice casual Saturday. How's everyone doing today? I missed the Christmas Movie Object Show. Well, don't worry, guys. It's coming. It's coming out this Christmas. And yeah, and I also maybe want to do maybe like, not like a retrospective, but more like, you know, discussing, like, you know, this is technically like a part 2 of like the 10-year anniversary stream, so I think, I don't know, I can like discuss stuff about like production or just like, you know, what I feel about certain episodes, just kind of discussing that. So all right, let's see what's going on. Wow, 175 streams. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna draw... Actually, wait, let me put that down a little bit. A nice... Oh, is this... There we go. Little gold ingot. Be chillin'. Mm-hmm. Also, I'll probably tweet the stream drawings like eventually. Don't worry, I didn't forget about them. Just, you know, I tweeted a lot lately about like important stuff like the sneak peek and the plasma ball plush, and yeah, so I didn't want to just do it all at once. There we go. There is gold ingot. All right. Cool. Very nice. So let's see. 186 people. Very nice. All right. So. Hey guys, can you make an asset tutorial? That'd be kind of cool. I was thinking about doing like a bunch like a while back I wanted to maybe do more YouTube Shorts. I'm not really much of a fan of YouTube Shorts unless I kind of, it's like more like original, like more original content. But I think I've always wanted to do kind of like tips and tricks about making assets, like, you know, what I usually do to like do certain things, about like maybe simplifying a character, or how I do outlines and shading and masking, kind of like little things like that, and it'd be like really quick videos. I was thinking of doing something like that. How did you feel about Teapot 20? I am super grateful to have my name on, you know, Sam knocked it out of the park like always. Teapot 20 is definitely one of my favorites. The team puts so much like love and work into it, and just having it be in a theater is just the coolest thing ever. I don't know, I'm just so grateful to be part of that project and just to work alongside like Sam and everyone, you know? Some of my greatest friends, some of the most talented people I know. Yeah, it's great. Super, super awesome. Actually, hold on. Let me, let's do, I'll be like, so I'll just put here, like, let's see. Just put, like, oh, that's, like, pixelated, because it's on anti-alias. Let's do Gotham, because that's the font I use for the live streams. So I'll just put there, like, you know, we got Q&A drawings. Oh, that needs to be, I'm not used to Adobe Animate 2023. I just upgraded to 2023. Q&A, drawings, chilling. Yeah, look at that. Very, very nice. You know, nice little. Okay. You seeing BFDI 23 in theaters? I'm not, unfortunately. Even for those who don't know, BFDI 23 is going to be in theaters. Like, the video was just uploaded about it. Like, you know, so exciting. I'm not gonna make it, unfortunately, because it's a nationwide event in the U.S. Totally fine. And that's basically it. I'm just excited for, you know, I'm excited for it. So, and I hope everyone enjoys. Joseph is just being Joseph, you know, doing his thing. Making making awesome content. So, no, yeah. Let's see. Can you draw a bubble wrap? Yeah, I'll draw a bubble wrap. Let's draw a bubble wrap. Also, this is kind of like not much of a concern, but I think I'm gonna kind of stray away from like the shipping like drawings. Like, I don't mind them, but I just, you know, I think sometimes it can be kind of like almost all the requests. So, you know, I don't want that to just kind of overtake everything, if that's all right with you guys. You know, I don't mind them, but I just think, you know, sometimes it could just be a little too much. So, you know, let's just draw bubble wrap. There we go. I don't mind bubble wrap. I think when I got her out, and when I got Milk out, that was just kind of my way of thinking, like, because obviously I was able to decide, like, it was a double elimination. I was able to decide who could leave. But in my head, I was like, you know what? I've done enough with those two. Like, actually, wait, hold on. Let's just do this. I did enough with bubble wrap. I did enough with Milk, because Milk kind of had her thing in episode 2, and then she just kind of was the strong one, I guess. That was just, I didn't really have much to do with her, and I think both of them kind of had their send off, so I wasn't too bothered with getting rid of them. And plus, I had, like, you know, I think Ukulele was able to get a little more from that, and Bottle kind of moved on to other, like, characters and stuff. So yeah, all right, there's bubble wrap. Can you give us a wait? Why can't I scroll up? Oh, can you give us a hint on the Christmas Object Show 5? The story, the overarching, intense story is going to conclude. The title will again be another Christmas song. That's what they all are. All the episodes are Christmas songs. You know, like Feed the World, Silent Night, Holly, Mistletoe and Holly, and I don't know what episode 4 was called. What was episode 4 called? Let me check that, actually. Episode 4 was called Jingle Bell Rock. Yeah, because it's a rock, or it's like a thing of coal. That's like, you know, the idea. Let's see. What is your favorite algebraian? I think it's 2. 2 is my favorite. I don't know. I'm just so used to them now. Because if back in the day, I probably would have said 4. But I really like, I like 4. I like 2. But 2 I like 2. And I like drawing 2. But also, I really like drawing 4. Drawing 4 is one of my favorite things about, like, Teapot. Because I know people draw 4 kind of like this, where, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with drawing 4 kind of like, I guess clean. Like this. Kind of like that. I like how it looks, but I love drawing 4 like this. Like, kind of just like a little sloppy. And I like drawing the hands like. Okay, maybe not like this intense of like a. Just kind of more like that. I like drawing 4 like that. It's always so fun. Oh. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Wait. Don't. Whoa. Wait. That was a. Okay. I skipped out on some questions. Oh yeah, guys, I didn't expect donations. Thank you so much. Don't feel pressured to donate. You don't have to if you don't want to. This is more casual. I'm just letting you guys know. But if you want to, then by all means. Like, but don't feel pressured into donating. But we have a few here, and also there was one from 25. $25. Wow. Thank you so much, CCD18. That is sup, y'all. Sup. Thank you so. I think that's the biggest donation I've gotten. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I genuinely really appreciate that. So grateful for that. Hyperspark. I remember you from the live stream before. $5. I plead and beg for anything chainsaw related. Also, how did you start animating? I will draw chainsaw. So how did I start animating? Well, I feel like I have a little bit of a different story when it comes to animating to like all my friends and all the animators like you come to know and love that are all that work on BFDI. A lot of them are my friends. So back in the day, I did a lot of stuff on PowerPoint, and I would animate like that. So, and I think a big thing, like, I started animating in Adobe Animate probably 2018, literally when I started doing, maybe 2017, when I started doing stuff for episode 3, part 2. Like, I started a lot later than a lot of my friends. What should I do for chainsaw? I want to do something cool. What about, like... Yeah, I'll just make him look like, like all cool and stuff, like he owns the place, but everyone basically hates him. Anyway, yeah, I started animating in 2017, 2018, but I did a lot of stuff on PowerPoint, and a lot of that was because I was a little scared to starting animation, because I was familiar with PowerPoint. I would always use it to make like videos in like middle school. I would do it for like my projects. I would know how to put like little sound effects and like time it and record it. I was so used to the process on PowerPoint that I was really scared of animating in Adobe Animate. It was such like a different thing. And I was like, but I finally got around to like trying it. I remember I made like a lot of like just really crappy animations, just trying it out. I think, it was fun. And, overall, like, and I think being around, like, a lot of, like, people back in the day, like, a lot of the people now, there was, like, like, Chelsea, like, Wuggalo, and, like, Niall, Joseph, Griffin, like, everyone, like, I learned a lot from them, and they, learned a lot from me as I started, like, they helped me a lot back in the day, like, showing me, like, the basics and stuff. I really and they're super, super supportive, and a lot of that, my progression comes from my friends teaching me on Skype back in the day. And yeah, that's kind of how I started, and then I just kind of kept going at it. I never really did, like asset animation. I really started with hand-drawn stuff, like BFB things, when I would do, like, camp entries back in the day, that's kind of where I practiced, like, just kind of going at it, not really following any tutorials and stuff like that. You know, a lot of self-taught stuff. But no, that's how I started animating. I think if I click on it, wait, no, if I left click, so I have two monitors, but like my laptop is just air temperature. Thank you so much for the 2. Can you draw paintbrush and plasma ball? Also, hi, hello. Let's draw paintbrush and plasma ball. They are I would say they're very similar. I can see why I've seen kind of art of them together every so often, so I think that makes sense that, you know, they're usually drawn together. Also, let me just double check my server to see what my server is up to. Yeah, they're there because I sent it there just so people can see them streaming. Also, I might do like a stream roll. Maybe I'll do that in my server if people don't want to be pinged for a stream every single time. Anyway, let's do that. There's plasma ball. Paintbrush. Paintbrush is kind of a weird shape, but I think I can... So it looks like... I think like this? Yeah, that looks about right. I don't know why Plausible not excited to see paintbrush. There. There's paintbrush meeting plasma ball. There. All right. Wow, there's actually okay, hold on. Sorry, I gotta go through these donations quick. Sorry about that, guys. I still want to like prioritize like the main chat. So let's go through this. The Leafy, what for the 2? Can you draw Pen and Lie meeting bottle? Sure. I love that dynamic so much. Like that team. Like Pen is just like, cause Pen and Lie were on Death Pact, and then they kind of they reunited and had like this whole thing, and I think it's always so cool, like having like those dynamics, because Pen is like Pen like being like an OG. The one thing I really missed, I really wish like Needle didn't get out in Teapot 13. Because Needle's one of my favorites, but also, like, Pen and Needle kind of, like... Wait, meeting bottle. Wait, do you mean Paper Puppets bottle or Teapot bottle? I'll draw both. Why not? Anyway, but, you know, I really like their dynamic, because it was so weird to, like... That was kind of the first time they've ever interacted, and they're both, like, Season 1 contestants. I thought that was, like, so cool. Like, it feels so weird that they were just interacting, like, kind of properly for the very first time. And then, but yeah, no, Lie is like an odd one as well, just because, like, you know, Lie is like a brand new contestant, and Pen is just kind of like interacting with her like the whole time. And I think like those kind of pairs are always so fun, because that just shows like you can really do so much with like the BFDI characters. You can have so many combinations and have lots of like fun things. I think, you know, Lie and Pen, especially in Teapot 19, there was a lot of like, you know, like, Lie was talking about, oh, like, we gotta get Black Hole, like, you know, doesn't understand me, and Pen and Lie are kind of, you know, they're kind of having an argument, but not really. It's you know, it helps them, they progress their character with each other. Like, you know, like, Lie was talking to Black Hole after, like, she went off and did her own thing. Like, they're both kind of it's like a feedback, you know, one helps out the other. There's Lie. And then, okay, meeting bottle? Like, I don't know. I'll draw both. And I like Bottle. Bottle's so fun. She's so silly. I just think, like, she's just, like, a fun character to, like, write. You know, and I like her thing that she just, like, is a good hider. And everyone just loves that. And like that, you know, she was the host, like, you know. And I'll just put the other Bottle. It's so much... As you can see, it is so much harder drawing the Paper Puppets Bottle than the Teapot one. There we go. They're saying hello. Isn't that just so sweet? Pacific 1144 for the 2. Thank you. Leaf the Evil with the 11. Can I get journal drawing at number 3? I'm back. Hello. I think I remember you from the stream. Let's draw journal. What should I think? I've drawn him too happy. I don't know why I've been doing that. He doesn't deserve that. So let's just kind of draw him. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Good old journal. Jazzy with the 2, thank you. Okay, wow, hold on. There's so much more. Sorry, guys. Mythical Wolf with the 2. Hey, I like to see a 1 drawing. 1 is also one of my favorites. Just obviously, it is again recency bias, but oh wait, let's just put 1 next to journal. Why not? Because I also just like drawing 1. I just feel like the shape, like she's got like these, because like her eyes kind of stick out from her body. It's almost like all like googly eyed. I just think it's like a fun. It's just like a nice design. It's a little different because obviously she doesn't have like hands, but it's just fun. Like it's fun drawing her, and it was like this recent Teapot episode was my first time animating and drawing 1, so that was that, and I really enjoyed it. She was pretty easy to draw once I got the hang of it. It's a little lopsided, but that's okay. So there's 1, and 1 is actually, hold on. Let's do that. Hold on. Let's do that. Let's do some there we go. Yeah, that looks fine. And then 1 has a nice, what's that? A little contract for journal. Yes, that's right. The official crossover for Paper Puppets and BFDI will finally get in theaters in 2030. Nah, I'm kidding. There we go. There's 1 with her contract, and journal is looking a little scared. Jazzy with the 2. Can I be Shuriken's #1 fan? Well, you got his icon, so you know what? Sure. Cheesy Bay with the 5. My favorite part of the Christmas Object Show is when they made fun of realistic dialogue. I don't think any object show reserves the rights to do that, but the Christmas Object Show gets a pass. That was one of my favorite jokes, and to like, I'm sorry to rain on people's parades, but I do not like realistic dialogue. I think it's just because this like smiling friends humor has just been so overdone these days. Like they're stuttering over each other, like yeah, here's my that was a big thing with like Rick and Morty too, where it's like they're improvising, and it's like they're kind of talking over their own words to make it seem more realistic, and it's just like I think it gets to a point where it's so overdone. It's just, and I had to make fun of it because I just that's just how I be. But I think sometimes it could be funny, but it's too much more like, yeah, sorry, you can go. You like they're like just stuttering too much, and just it's so much. Hi, it's me. I remember you, Clouds and Raffy. Q Draw, Chainsaw, and Night Helmet all happy. Yes, of course. Let's do it. And I'll get some more questions, guys. I'm trying my best not to, let's just speed run this. Boom. Drawing Chainsaw. And there we go. Chainsaw's all happy. This will be the most happy he'll ever be in his entire life. I write his story and his canon, so that is how it be. Okay, Night Helmet. I have to get used to drawing anytime I draw Night Helmet's hair, it's just like a blob. There we go. Sure, let's do that. Look at that. Look, I wish they interacted more. That's my one thing that I wish I did more when I had Night Helmet in the game, was I wish Chainsaw and Night Helmet interacted more. It's just, I feel like their dynamic would be so fun because Night Helmet is so goofy, and he's so like, well, I guess he's just like so full of himself, and Chainsaw is a bit as well, but like a lot less. But Chainsaw just like doesn't like, he's just so annoyed with like his antics. I wish I did more with that. Doodle Chainsaw saying hi to me. Lots of Chainsaw today. Lots of Chainsaw. Let's just do a quickie. Because I really want to get to, the chat and stuff. How many viewers are we at? 300? What? Okay. That goes, because the the amount of the peak viewers from the anniversary stream was 225, 330. Oh my god. What? Thank you guys. Oh, Pacific. Okay, I didn't know if you were the one from Bias. Okay, I'll get to that. I just saw that. Chance, hi, Hyper. Let's do that. Okay, let's just... One thing that I really like doing is, like, when I draw a character, I kind of make their legs a little lopsided. Like, it kind of has like this, so it looks like it's a little bit more like 3D. Also, hi, Hyper. All right, Pacific. Okay, so Pacific 114, when you gave the donation earlier, I'm sorry you basically had to like double up the donation, but for those who don't know, I played in an object show camp called Bias. It was run by Joseph and Niall, and it barely involves any stress. That's what it means. And basically, it was just like, if you don't know what an object show camp is, if you don't, then, it's kind of like not really much of a, well, it's kind of popular, but not really. But it's like, you play as a character and you compete in challenges, and you just almost like you're like in an object show with like real people, basically. You're in a competition, and that's it. So my character, I played in Bias 3 times, and my best placement was second. I got second in my latest season. I really gave it my all, but I think I was one of the best. Like, I think average-wise, I had one of the best challenge averages. And this was my character. I was Tiny Tree. And the joke was that he is not tiny. And, yeah, he's just very tall. So there he is, Tiny Tree. I loved playing Bias, because, like, a lot of it was, like, a lot of it had to do with, like, creativity. And I think one of those, it really helped. I think that really helps with, like, like thinking about stuff like that. I think it's just always fun trying to figure out, like, like one of the challenges was, I'm trying to think. One of the challenges was to mow the lawn on the island. So Tiny Tree literally called the Earth and said, "Oh, you have a spot on there about, like they're talking about like dates or whatever. It's like, oh, what about that birthmark you have?" And so the Earth gets a ginormous razor and shaves the grass, so they get ready for a date. And this is so silly, but it worked, and I think I got first in the challenge, or maybe second. So stuff like that is just, it does, it's very fun thinking about stuff like that. And then Pacific. So yeah, Pacific in the chat. I allied with them, and they were top secret. Okay, I do not remember how your character was drawn. I am so sorry if I'm botching this. I think there were some papers. And then I know you had, like... was the face like this? I don't know. I'm so sorry if I'm botching this, Pacific. Pacific was my ally, and, and then they got out. There we go. Tiny Tree and Top Secret reunion. Let's go. All right. Oh, wow. I am... Okay, let's get through these. Hey, are you planning... Oh, sorry. The winner objects... It's cut off for me. Sorry. I can't... I wish I can, like, click on it. Why can't I click on the thing? It's weird. Oh, okay, let's go back. But no, the winner's object show. There we go. Hey, are you planning anything with Pan in the future? Since he was the one trapping Mr. Hen in season 1. Also, can you draw Pan meeting Pencil? Was Pan the one that did? Okay, I don't know much about season 1 on my end, and if people know, like, why not? So Pan meeting Pencil. I think Pencil would hate that, but sure, because I feel like that's kind of like Rocky or like Yellowface. But did Pan do that? That's that's okay. So basically, that means all of this stuff that's happening is basically Pan's fault, which is actually kind of funny. I didn't know. I didn't know it was Pan, but interesting. I didn't know that, but interesting. Maybe. I guess we'll see if I do something with that. I didn't even think about. There we go. Pan meeting Pencil. And Pencil simply hates it. Alright. Natural Gamer with the 5. Hey, can you drop bubble wrap again, but make her fearless with flowers and grass? Sure. You know what? Let's do, like, the... Here it is. Here it is, guys. This is This is canon, okay? That's right. I use the word, I use the canon word. So here it is. Bubble wrap. Boom. What's happening? Well, I'll tell you what's happening. She's on a rock. And she is so confident. Yeah. Let's do that, yeah. And with flowers and grasses, yeah. Let's do some flowers. Some flowers right here. She's not afraid anymore. Look at that. This is the bubble wrap we all want to see. Well, I mean, she got her confidence like afterwards, but you know. Let's just draw these. Look at that. Now, isn't that is very interesting? That is weird seeing her like confident. Can you say W Springlocks for 300 bits? Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the 3. W Springlocks. W Springlocks. That's what the kid said when William Afton got springlocked. My parents are only... Oh, okay, wait, hold on. Catapultry. My parents are only letting me donate 10. Can you draw super cute Ponce Ball Night Helmet hugging? You don't have to just want it to donate. I love Paper Take 2. Yeah, sure, of course. Thank you so much. And, you know, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that lots. Yeah, let's, you know, this is not like ship art or like them kissing, but, you know, they're just... Let's do, okay. I would say like and then okay, Night Helmet's gonna have a really long like hand. There we go. They're kind of hugging-ish, or they're kind of just holding onto their arms. It should have been closer, but whatever. Sorry. Oh, wow. Christine for the 20. Oh, thank you so much. Wow. Oh, remember me from last stream. Yes. Hi, hello, it's me again. My daughter and I are big fans and met you at the 2024 and 2025 meetup in New York this year. Okay. She gave you the drawing of all the 4 ingots. I think I remember that. Christine, I do apologize because like over the years I've met hundreds and hundreds of people, but I keep all the art. But if I went to look for it, I'm sure I could find it. But thank you so much. I'm sure like if I saw you guys, like I'm good with like, I'm not good with like remembering that, but I'm good with like faces. So if I saw you guys, I'm sure I would be able to like, oh yes, you gave me that. Or if I saw like the drawing, I would remember it. But I do appreciate that a lot. Can you draw Plasma Ball and Night Helmet together? You are awesome. Thank you so much, Christine. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed like the events. I'm so glad like, you know, that is one of my favorite things is meeting like the parents who like bring their kids to the events, because I know I would have loved something like this as a kid. Do you not realize like how much I would have begged my parents to like bring me to stuff like this? And like the fact that we have this now and so many parents can just like bring their kids to these events and they can make friends and just like enjoy the community. It's awesome. It's one of the best things ever, seeing like so many like parents come up to me saying like, hey, like, you know, thank you so much for like inspiring my kid to like make art. And that's awesome. Like it's a cause feedback thing, because Carrie and Michael like obviously I mean before them, like obviously I would like draw and like make comics and do art as a kid, but you know, Carrie and Michael like really inspired me to just make, you know, stuff. I think they inspired me to do stuff on YouTube, I think, or they were one of the inspirations, you know, and just having people go up to me and say like, oh, like what we're doing is like inspiring like kids to like make stuff. That's awesome. That's like, you know, it's the coolest thing ever. And it's one of the most rewarding things as like, you know, a creator in the OSC, and just being in this position to, you know, just inspire people. That's like the best thing, you know, cause we're letting, we're just letting people be creative. That's like, you know, creativity is just, you know, especially I don't want to get into a whole spiel about it, but I know, like, especially with like AI on the rise, I don't really talk about it, but it's very hard to be creative in a world where we think, that's kind of going to take over everything. But, a lot of these kids are just so, they're always inspired by making their own shows. It's awesome. So, thank you so much. That's my whole spiel. And yeah. There we go. There's Possible Night Helmet. There's my whole spiel. And yeah, I think... Oh, we're caught up on the chats. All right, cool. Let's go back to the main chat, guys. All right, let's get some questions in here. How long have I been streaming for? Only half an hour? Okay. And look at that. Look at all this art so far. Look at that, guys. All right. Let us... Let's see. Can you draw Black Hole from Teapot meeting the Paper Puppets Take Two characters? Who would... Oh, I think Journal would want to meet Black Hole the most. Because, it's a black hole. Like, he'd be like, how is this even possible? Can I not fill this in? What's happening? What? Ah, there we go. And then, okay, there we go. Let's get out of this. So I usually draw Black Hole like if I want to draw him, I kind of do something like this, because that's also like his icon in Teapot. So there's Black Hole. And then Black Hole is just saying hi. And Journal is like freaking out. No, I'll do... There we go. And he's kind of like going this way. He's backing up. He's like, oh gosh. It's a black hole. Alright. Let's see if we can get more questions in here. Yeah. Also, just a reminder again, I'm gonna try my best not to draw like ship stuff. That's just because there was so much of it last time. I just want to make sure, like, we get to like, fun things like that. It's just, I don't mind it. I don't mind drawing ship stuff, but I think sometimes it could just be a little much. So I'm gonna kind of, if I see that, I might draw them, but like it will be a lot less. So that's just letting you guys know. Christine for the 5. Wow, you were super nice. We stopped you in the stairs. I said your name and Ashley gave you the drawing. Thanks for your kindness. Stop me in the stairs in New York. Oh, like the big staircase that goes down to like the merch area. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Christine. I really appreciate all the donations you've had. Super, super appreciate it. And I hope Ashley enjoyed, because I know I drew something for Ashley last stream, as far as I'm aware. But no, yeah. Can you draw Golden Apple from AB? Yes, I voice Golden Apple. I don't know. That's like the go-to like line. Because I usually when I voice a character, I usually have like a go-to line that I say like over and over to kind of get into like the character, like the tone of the character. I'm trying to think if I do that for like. I'm trying to think what I usually do for like characters like that for like my show. Oh, like for example, when I voiced Elastic Band on Object Invasion, I'm like, this is our big team conference. I say that line over and over to kind of get myself into the character. Same thing with the Golden Apple. I'm like, I don't know. So yeah, there's, and then for. I don't know what I do for my own characters. Maybe just because I'm just so used to like voicing them, I don't need to kind of get into that. So there's Golden Apple. Golden Apple. All right. Let us take a look. Aurora's are for the 5. Thank you, Big Paper Puppets fan. Can I get a drawing of Ukulele and her jacket and sunglasses? She is my all-time favorite character. Thank you so much, Aurora. Yes, I recognize you from my server. I recognize you on Twitter. You know, all your, you do like the watercolor stuff, I think. Yeah. So, of course, let's draw. I haven't drawn Ukulele in her jacket and sunglasses for a while because I would always just draw her with the lashes. So let's do that. Let's draw Ukulele with the jacket. Let's see if I can... She's kind of a heart. She's a bit of a difficult shaped character a lot of the time because she's like a peanut basically, but it can be a little... Oh wait, hold on, let me move her over just so I can draw like her I think the term for like a ukulele or like a guitar is the neck of it, maybe. Okay, there's ukulele. Now let's give a bit of that. Okay, so her jacket looks like it's got a big cartoony zipper. That's one of my favorite like things to draw. Like if I'm like when I draw like elements like that for like object show design, like I usually make sure to not like I just make the elements like really like big and cartoonish just so like it fits, you know. Like if there was a tiny zipper, it would just be too detailed for the style. And then hold on, and then ukulele, it's got something like this. Yeah, I think. Oh, and she's got a pocket, I believe. And then the glasses. And then let's just make it a little 3D. Why not? And then her... I will say the one benefit about not having ukulele have a jacket anymore is animating the limbs. Like, it was... The way I did it, I think I did it in the best way I could. Like, the arm symbols and stuff. But it was pretty... Like... I don't know. It was pretty... Actually, hold on. Can I... So it's 16... FLA... Hold on, let's give a little sneak peek. Hold on. Yeah, there's the ukulele drawing. Hold on. If it could open, that would be fantastic. But if not, then I'm going to be... There we go. Okay. Okay, this is really like laggy. Where's ukulele? Oh, there she is. So there's the jacket, and then this is kind of what the arms... Like, all of these. That's kind of how I would animate her. And it's just all the arms, but with, like, a thing over it. And it would just be a little difficult to pose it because the sleeves were just so chunky. Like, I don't know. Like, it would just kind of almost ruin the silhouette. Like, this. Like, I don't know. So, yeah. Let me just keep scrolling. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, and there's the storyboard. Look at that. Was one of these a sneak peek? This one was. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. And there's Cup. I didn't even like finish I didn't post Cup because I didn't need to. Oh, that is loud. So, yeah. I like this scene. Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, I want to go to the, oh my gosh, this episode was actually kind of a nightmare to do. Because I had so many backgrounds. Like, there's that. That looks fine, but... And then I wanted to... This is almost like selling, like, this is like, you know, behind the scenes, like, movie magic. Boom. I tried to, like, hide it, but oh my gosh. This background... Oh, wait, is it gonna lag? Oh no. There we go. Like this background? Oh wait. Like look at all of the layers for this. And this didn't even show, this only showed up for like 3 shots. What's this? Oh, that's just the shading of it. Like look at that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know, how do you even do this? Oh, are these like, okay, yeah. Like all of these are like their own symbols. And then is that, oh, that's a bitmap. Why is that a bitmap? Just kind of exploring my... I don't even understand some of this stuff. Oh, they're drop shadows. Okay. And then, yeah, I also had to... I basically, like, eyeballed everything here. You know? What is this? Yeah, like, they're all, like all these, like, individual symbols and stuff. So, you know. But it looks good. You know, it was... I tried to use it in everything. The thumbnail, the banner. Like, I tried to make the most of this thing. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to this. I'll just leave that open. No, you know, I have all the tabs I have open. You know, make sure to... Oh, wait, hold on. I missed a top chat. Let's see. Blueberry 8064 with the 2. Is Journal going to be in the next episode? I don't know. That's all I can say. Sassy Star 112. I remember you from last stream. Can you draw my OC Seafoam? She's in my videos / posts. Sure. Let me just... I have my laptop open right now, so I'm gonna go onto it through my laptop. So what was it? It was Sassy Star 112. Your posts. Let me see. Posts. Seafoam. I don't see... I'm not seeing the Seafoam character. Oh, I see it. Okay. I will draw... Yes, I will draw them. So let me see. They kind of have like a thing like this. And then... I think it kind of looks like this. And then I'm kind of like following like a thing here, like like one of your posts. So, you know, do that. And then it's just kind of like, okay, that's pretty straightforward. And then they got like some boots, I guess, and then they got a tail. There we go. There is Seafoam, as far as I'm aware. All right, let's go back. Kai with the 5. Hey, it's me again from live stream. Can you draw Mr. Hand saying I'm his #1 fan? Sure. Last chat, what do you think chainsaws... Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, let me answer this as well. Clouds again for the 2. Thank you so much. Last chat, what do you think is Chainsaw's favorite food? I feel like with Chainsaw... what... His favorite food would be... I feel like... Ooh, maybe like... Actually, hold on. I gotta draw Mr. Hand at the same time. Mr. Hand is Crispy Kai's #1 fan. Okay. I think Chainsaw's favorite food would be like... What are we thinking, guys? Like, I feel like he would be... I feel like he'd be a wings person. You know? Chicken wings? Like, stuff like that. I feel like he would, you know... you know, that's my guess. Something with... I don't know. I think wings sounds about right. To me. I know any other suggestions? I'll look at that. But let's draw Mr. Hand first. This guy. Let's see. Actually, wait, hold on. He is... Sure. I think... it looks a little off because he's kind of more like... No, he's more like... Yeah, but I think this is fine. There's Mr. Hand. And he says... Kai is my #1 fan, it seems. There we go. All right, let's go back to the chat. Let's see what is everyone talking about. Yellow, what type of platform is that? What? Yellow, what type of platform is that? Oh, like what I'm drawing in, or because I'm drawing in Adobe Animate. That's like that is my go-to drawing software. Let's see. Did Fry's friend actually get mad because of Gong quitting season 1? Yeah, he did. I'm surprised, or maybe maybe I mentioned that last stream. But yeah. So for those who don't know, Fry's fan was like an old like friend of mine in the OSC. He's kind of vanished like years and years ago at this point, and he was the creator of Gong. And then I got rid of Gong because I was like, oh, I think it'd be cool if Gong sacrificed himself for Toothbrush because they're friends. But then, you know, Fry's fan got really mad at me. And I was a kid, so I was like obviously like pretty upset. And I hold no resentment toward that. I think it's just kind of like a funny, like I think it's just funny to like look back on. You know, he was mad, and then I put Gong back in because I don't know. It was a whole thing, you know. But you know, let's see. Did you see the BFDI 23 trailer? Yes, I did. What's it called? It's amazing. I believe Anthony edited it, and it looks so good. I'm so excited for everyone to see it. Yeah. Can you draw Vanamelon as an object? Okay. I know. She was a creator I watched back in the day, and I feel like for Vanamelon, it would just be like, it'd be like a watermelon, you know? Because that's like, she was like I watched her stuff back in the day, and she was in what's it called? Like someone like I watched growing up, Nick Dante. He was a guy who made a show called Group 5 I watched as like a kid, and that really inspired me to make like cartoons and stuff. And you know, like she was associated with him as well. Like, you know, I knew of her, and she was the voice of one of the characters, I believe. So yeah. There we go. There's Vanamelons, and she is a watermelon. Look at that. Very nice. All right, let's see. Oh, another top. Okay, another chat. Hold on. What? Radioactive Wolves for the 10. Hello, I got into Spit Prophecy 2 recently from a friend, and I love the series. Random ask, could you draw Golden Gate hitting someone with a golf club? Whoever you want to, though. It would give us both a laugh. Sure. And then NVS with the 5. Can you say that will be $12.99? Enjoy your movie and a cup voice for my new object show? Okay, sure. All right, here we go. Make sure you get this on recording. Okay, wait, yeah. That'll be $12.99. Enjoy your movie. Good old cop wanting to help people. So Golden Gate hitting someone with a golf club. Who should he hit? Let's do this. Let's just draw. Golf club is like. Can you draw my Lil OC profile picture? Thanks. Love pair posting too. Problem prinks with the 2. Thank you. Is that a thing of cotton candy with glasses? Yes, I will do that. After I draw Golden Gate hitting. Glass shard. There. This is after he's hit him. And let's put a big... Look at that. Come on, Golden Ingot. You must be kidding. Alright, problem pranks. Is that a thing of cotton candy? Yeah, I kind of... I think so. Or is that a bouquet of flowers? Yeah, 1 second, guys. Let me just search this person's YouTube channel up so I can take a look at it. Problem pranks. Did I not spell that right? I searched it. Did I spell it wrong? No. Can I... Oh, I can filter by channel. Why is not... Your channel's not showing up. That's weird. Oh, there we go. Oh, it is cotton candy. It looks like it. Okay, sure. So it's got, like, cotton candy, and it's got a little thing of it. Like that. And I can't... I guess they don't have any legs. There they are. Lovely. Alright, let's go back. Oh, wait, did I miss... Wait a minute. No, I didn't miss one. Okay, there we go. Alright, guys. What are you talking about in this chat? Can you draw Mr. Hand eating that viral mango ice cream? What viral mango ice cream? Is that a thing? Is that the new thing in 2025? Viral mango ice cream. I don't think I've heard of that. Oh, wait. Sassy Star with the 2 again. Me again. Draw Starry and Heart, my 2 other OCs. I did see them. I saw those characters when I was looking on your channel, and I think they look like this. Kind of looks like Shuriken. There they are. Look at that. Do you really like golf IRL? No. I actually hate golf IRL. I can play mini golf. But golf IRL, like, no. No, I cannot be doing that. Let's see. Do you use your mouse to draw / animate? No, I don't. Back then I used to. I used to draw everything with a mouse. I did all my... The first thing I did... The first thing I animated with a tablet properly was Teapot 3. So all my scenes in Teapot 1 and all my scenes in Teapot 2 were all done with a mouse. Like, we're all drawn... Like, all the characters that were drawn, they were drawn with a mouse. And then, yeah, for Teapot 3, I drew with a tablet. And the tablet I'm using right now was given to me by Joseph, or TT Guy. Because when we all hung out for as a big group for the first time, Joseph was getting a new tablet, and he's like, "Oh, do you like?" I think he offered to give it to me, or maybe I asked. I don't know, but he gave it to me when we met up, and I got a tablet for free. So thank you, Joseph, and I'm still using it after 3 years. So yeah, very nice. Let's see. Oh wait. Oh, Starry has a eye. He has a single eye. My apologies. Like this? Is that correct? Let's get some more questions in here. Why not? Question. Who is Mr. Hand's main inspiration of being the main villain? Well, do you mean like the character? Or just the fact that he is the main villain? Because in my head, I was like, that would be cool if he came back as, like, this other iteration of him. When I was younger, I just, like, drew around. I'm like, okay, sure, that's Mr. Hand, I guess, now. Yeah. But my main inspiration for him as a villain... I will say, a really early inspiration for him, like kind of like how he acts and whatnot, was Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls, but a really big inspiration nowadays, and I think you can also, I mean, if fans hear like the music about it, it's a big inspiration for Mr. Hand nowadays is the Thin Man from Little Nightmares 2. It's a video game. Little Nightmares 2 is one of my favorite video games of all time, and there is an enemy in the game called the Thin Man, and he's just a tall, like blue, like guy with like a fedora on, and you can't really. He's all glitchy, and he can teleport through televisions. I think, I don't know the full story of the show, but of the game, but he can like physically like travel through televisions, and just he has like a whole blue aesthetic, and like the music and the ambiance with the character. It is one of my favorite characters in video games. I love his design. It's so cool. So yeah, I think I missed a super chat. Oh, I did. Stormy, thank you so much for the 2. Can you draw a basketball being thrown into a hoop? Let's do it. Let's do the... What's the thing from Object Invasion? Where they... like, circles being thrown into the hoop, and WoW is like, oh yeah, I threw you into the hoop. Like, maybe this will be just enough. So I think it'd be like something like this. And there's basketball. And then there's chainsaw. Is it kind of like... It doesn't really look right. That looks a little better. There's basketball being thrown into a hoop. And, chainsaw is just kind of... Yeah. Look at that. Blank with the 2. Can you draw yellow ASOC, please? I love his design. Sure, I'll draw him again. I remember that from last stream. For those who don't know, ASOC was a show I was going to do, kind of, like when I was a little younger. It was called A Splash of Color. And I just took, like, the yellow Angiru character, and I made him into a character. But, I mean, again, it's basically me. So it's like, I'm not really too keen on bringing this guy back, but it seems like this person likes this character. So I will draw... And I brought it back. Well, I didn't bring it back. I've been drawing the characters because I don't know. I like the designs because there's like a pink character. Her name is like Magenta. They're all just like it's just like a single color. And so yeah. Oh wait, that's not. Wait, let's do. I don't know how I did it last time. I think this is. I don't know. I'm totally like botching this, but this is kind of like this was the character called Yellow, which was literally just like me. And then I will draw like that. No, I think he had. Well, he's featured in my standing on the side of the road video. So let me just scroll down and see what his design looked like there. Oh, he had like the yellow Angiru stripe here. Okay, the iconic yellow Angiru stripe. And let's draw like a hand, cause I'm just I'm in the mood to just let's see. Let's do. That looks a little odd. Let me. Oh wait. Let me see if I can just. There we go. That looks pretty nice, I would say. What was I talking about beforehand? I was talking about Mr. Hand and my inspiration for that. Let me see. Let me scroll up in the chat. Hold on. Let me bring this. Can I bring this closer onto my desk? Hold on. Because my laptop's on like is on like a smaller part of my my drawer, which is not on my desk. So let me just see if I can. Hold on. Oh. I think that. Oh wait, maybe I can move this. All right, that's a little better. There we go. Now I can actually kind of like properly look. You know, I feel like I'm actually pretty far away from my mic when I do that. So let me just move my mic closer. There we go. Easy. All right, how long have I been streaming for? An hour 5. Okay, so then yeah, we'll probably end within like an hour or so. I don't want it to reach over 2 hours because it's supposed to be like a casual stream. Oh, let me scroll down. Let me see. Who's your favorite? Oh, Pranks the 2 again. Who's your favorite character to write and who's your favorite to draw? My favorite character to write. Oh wait, did I draw them here? Yeah. I think my favorite to draw is... Oh, I don't know. I like drawing all of them. Well, Bottle's kind of annoying to draw, so maybe not her. But... maybe Plasma Ball. I feel like it's pretty, you know, it's just a circle and a rectangle. But I think Slipper's also really fun to draw. Because I feel like she's just so, like, short. And, like, you know, just like the little fluffy thing. And she just, you know. My favorite character to write was Basketball. He was my favorite. I loved writing for Basketball. He's just so funny, I think. Yeah, so there's that. Can you give us a fun fact about Journal? I don't know. I don't know what much there is to say about Journal. Like, you know, he's just missing. Well, not missing, because, you know, Post-it Note, I guess, knows where he is to, or where he was to some extent. But a fact about Journal. I don't know. I mean, again, I feel like, you know, we haven't seen much of him, so I feel like he's just... Well, I guess he's based on the Journal from Gravity Falls. Like, that's why he's a Journal, I think. So obviously, as you could tell, I was obsessed with Gravity Falls as a kid. So yeah, I guess he was based on like the reason he is a Journal is because it's like the Gravity Falls one, which I think is pretty cool, I would say. Actually, no, how... There we go. Yeah. Would Chainsaw dress like a Disney bully? I think he would have... I don't know. I feel like a varsity jacket would actually look... I feel like Chainsaw would wear a varsity jacket, right? And like, you know, maybe like ripped like black jeans or something. I don't know. Either that, he would wear like, I don't know. I'm trying to imagine like what, because I've seen people draw Chainsaw with like spiky long hair, which makes sense because he has like spikes. But I'm trying to think like. Also, you definitely have like a piercing, probably, surely. Like, I think that's out of the question. Let's take a look. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's take a look. Yellow and Gear, when is the next episode you plan on showing Journal in? I don't know. I don't know where he is. He hasn't shown up. So I don't know when he's gonna be in the next episode. I don't know when he's gonna be, like, I don't know what episode he's coming in next. Like I don't know. He's just, I don't know. Also, stuff about like plots. Like, for example, I saw someone say, when will Golden get feel better? That's kind of plot-ish related, so I'm gonna refrain from asking that. So don't, like, if I'm, just don't, like, ask that question over and over again, because obviously I will skip a lot of questions, but, I think it's just better to not do that. Yellow, which Paper Puppets character elimination were you upset of doing? I wish Ace was kind of around a little more, I think it was kind of a mistake letting Brick go that early as well, because I think he was just, he was like the one character that has done terribly twice, which is kind of funny, but it's like, I feel like there could have been something, I could have done something more with him. And I think Night Helmet, I think getting rid of him, like, it's really, it's one of those things where it's like, once you get to the end, when there's like 8 characters left, like, they obviously, one of them is gonna win. And, like, the rest have to go. And it's so hard getting rid of a character that you've grown so, like, attached to over the years. Like, having, like, the final... We're at the final 7 now. Wait, yeah. We're at the final 7 now. I love all the characters. And it's just so hard, like, having to be like, all right, well, this is their last episode for one of them. It's just so... But, maybe... I mean, that's good. I think that shows that's, like, I think in my head, it's like, I think that's good to have that, because that just shows I don't have like, oh, this character kind of sucks, I'm glad they're going to be out. And it's like, I love all the characters, but, one of them's going to win, and it can only be one of them. They're all going to be eliminated, except for one. One lucky winner. Will you do a season 3? No. I will not. There was, I think last time before, I had like some apocalyptic idea for season 3 when I was younger, because I didn't like season 2, but that was just, that never went through. Let's see. Let's see. How chewy do you like your steak? That is a very odd question, but I'll answer. I've actually I wasn't really much of a steak guy, I feel like for a while, I just liked chicken. Wasn't really much of a steak person if we went to a restaurant. But recently, I think medium. I think medium is how I prefer my steak. So take that information as you wish. To the people online, take that as you wish. Can you draw knife and chainsaw? That is a great idea. Knife? Actually, well, I mean, I've drawn chainsaw like 6 times now? I mean, yeah, knife's a ghost now, There we go. Chainsaws will probably be like, really, dude? Because I feel like the difference between those two, it's like Knife obviously sacrificed his life to save Marshmallow, I believe. I should know this because I was the director on that episode, or the supervisor on the episode. Yeah, no, he sacrificed himself for Marshmallow. But I feel like Chainsaw would be like, wow, you really did all of that, like, just to, save. Like, I feel like Chainsaw would not. Unless, Chainsaws don't like evil, but I don't think Chainsaw would be like, okay, I'm gonna save this person. I don't know. I feel like he'd be like, wow, soft. But I don't know. Let's take a look. Who do you want to win Paper Puppets Take 2? You think I'm gonna say... think I'm just gonna say the winner? Like, right here on stream? Maybe I should. But no, like, the winner of the of the show is... Nah, I'm kidding. I will say in the chat, people stop asking where I live in Canada. Please and thank you. Well, I mean, I'm not that like secret about it, because I think it's pretty obvious. Like, I live in Toronto, Like, it's one of the, it is the most popular city in Canada. But it's like, you know, refrain from asking questions like that. I mean, yeah, obviously I didn't mind saying it, but it's like at the same time, it's like, you know, there's a time and a place to ask questions like that. That's basically it. So, let's see. Let's see. Oh wait, let me double check I didn't miss any super chats. Oh, okay. Wait, no, so I did miss 2 of them. Sorry. Librarify, thank you for the 2. What happened to the original Paper Puppets Take 2 episode 1? So yeah, for those who don't know, Paper Puppets Take 2 is a reboot of the original season. It was originally just called Paper Puppets Season 2, and I did it with paper, and I made like, it was like a whole challenge, there was completely different characters, apart from like the ones who came back from season 1. I think those were the same, but oh wait, hold on 1 second. There we go. My throat's killing me. Anyway, that I'm pretty sure is unlisted on my channel. I just privated it or something like that, and yeah. So it's still there. It's still there. The Masked Idiot with the 2 pounds. Draw my man treasure chest with a big grin. Of course, I feel like he should smile more. Whose fault is that? It's mine, but that's okay. That's, you know, I guess deal with it. Nah, I'm kidding. Wait, hold on. There we go. Look at that. Blank with the 2 again. Can you draw violet or magenta, please? Yes. For those who don't know, those are like my characters that I've drawn. So I will draw. I'll draw magenta. Why not? For those who don't know, magenta looks like this. So let's see if I can remember how I draw her. I think it's like this. I feel like, hold on. Maybe the eyes are closer. I don't even remember my own style. Like, you know. Oh my gosh. There we go. So she looks like this. I think. Yeah. She kind of has like... There we go. Oh, I think the reason her face looks so small is because this needs... There we go, that's better. She has an earring. And then she has... Gotta remember how to draw this. Oh, hold on. There are... Wait, what? Someone donated 10, but the message is retracted. Okay. Sorry about... I don't know what happened. Can you try ukulele and bubble wrap holding hands with the 40? Yeah, sure, I can do that. Derpy Hooves with the 2. Say hi to my friend Tabby Violet, please. Hello, Tabby Violet. What is up? Anyway, so there's that. But I will, after I draw, like, I'll do like an upper torso of like magenta, and then I'll draw ukulele and Bublé wrap. Like Michael Bublé. Okay, so there's kind of like, I think, yeah, she's like this. She's got like hair. Oh, wait, no. And then she has like eyelashes like that. And then... And then let's do that. I think it's like... Wow, she has a tiny arm. Hold on. That's like one of the toughest things, obviously. Like, that's what everyone says about art. It's like, it's so hard to get, like, you know, the the anatomy. Not the anatomy, like I think proportions. I don't really do like proper anatomy because I just draw like cartoon characters, but it's like, you know, I think it's so difficult like just getting proportions right kind of on a whim, especially on a stream like this. I don't really want to like spend too much on like a single drawing, but oh, that actually it's a good hand. And then like that. Like, and she's got like long hair as well, so it's like, let's do that, I think. Actually, hold on. Let's do this. And the hair is literally like, it's like this it's just, you know, a giant set of hair. There. Proportions are a little off, but there we go. There she is. So what am I doing? Oh, ukulele and bubble wrap holding hands. Sure. Wow, ukulele is like tall in this, but and she's technically the tallest because of the neck of like the instrument. But hold on, let's put that over here. Also, hold on, let me just double check something. Oh, is my computer lagging? Is the stream lagging? Oh. Huh. I don't know how to change that. One second. Oh, yeah, no, I am dropping frames. What gives? Wait, what? Why is... Oh. Wait. Hold on. I'm gonna give it a second. Because the speed is... Oh! I think it's coming back. One second. Also, let me just look in the chat as well, just quickly. One second. Oh, and I think we're back. Okay, wait, let me see. Is this laggy at all? Doesn't look laggy on my end. Okay. So what was I doing? Drawing bubble wrap and ukulele holding hands, yes. There's ukulele. And there's bubble wrap. And they will be holding hands. There we go. Look at that. All right. I think I missed some super chats. Oh no, I didn't. Oh wait, no. I did miss one. Sorry. Hi, hello, cumulatively as one of the only fan of Plasma Ball Q. Draw her saying I'm her #1 fan. Jawed. Because there's two W. Jawed? Okay. let us draw. Wait, what? There we go. Oh, wait, is it? I think. There we go. All right, let's see. I think that is correct. Very nice. Oh wait, no. Is that? Oh. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm clicking to another tab here. All right. Let's see. What other questions can we have? Yeah, there's a lot of drawings here. Wow. Any other questions? Also, how long have I been streaming for? Let's take a look. Almost an hour and a half. So within a half hour, I'm gonna end the stream. Just, you know, I don't want to keep it too long. It's supposed to be casual. Yeah. Oh wait, can I not scroll up anymore in the chat? Oh, that's unfortunate. Wait 1 second. Just messaging a friend. Okay, cool. Any character you feel you could have done more in retrospect? Oh my gosh, like almost all of them. Like almost all the ones that... Also, wait, hold on. That is bugging me, and then this is bugging me, because it's like, it's not really like an even line. There we go. That's better. That was just bugging me. So let's draw all the characters that I think, you know. Actually, hold on. Let me just clean this up a little bit, so they can go right here. Posmal can go right here. Okay. So the characters that I think I could have done more with, obviously, you know, Gong. Like I think every character that kind of got, you know, wow, that is like, there we go. Wish I could have done more with him. Gamebot, not really, because I like, you know, I think every time I've written for him, I think there's not really much I want to do with him, just because he's just kind of like, he's funny, like, you know. I feel like Malachite, I really wish I did more with him, but I just think, you know, I just the way he had to go, I felt like, you know, maybe I wish I did a little more with him. Who else? Maybe Caramel Cube, honestly. Like, she was kind of the merge boot, because I just felt like I didn't really want to do much with her. Like, I feel like I could have done something with her. Just she wasn't really much of a character for such a long time. She was the team captain, and that was basically it. She was kind of like a mediator for some things. Not really much with her. You put the Simpsons Fortnite season? Yes, I am actually, after the stream ends, I'm going to go play Fortnite and try and get Homer. I am like one tier away from getting Homer. I'm so close to getting him. I will be getting that. All right. Let's see, who else could I have done more with? Glass Shard, not really. I think it's fine. Flashlight, maybe. I'm trying to think of the boot order. Wait, the boot order. I'm trying to think, do I even know my own boot order? It goes Gong, Gamebot, Brick. Wait. So episode 3 was Gong. Episode 4 was Gamebot. Episode 5 was Brick. Episode 6 was... Episode 6? Oh, that was Glass Shard. What am I saying? Episode 6 was Glass Shard. Episode 7 was Ace. Episode 8 was... Oh, Pan, duh. Episode 9 was Flashlight. Episode 10 was... Because that was the cornhole one. Wait, no, what am I saying? Episode 9 was Malachite. Episode 10 was Flashlight. Episode 11 was Globe. Episode 12 was Bubble Wrap and was Milk, then Bubble Wrap. 13 Caramel Cube. 14 Post-it Note. 15 15 was Night Helmet. 16 was Basketball. 17 was no. Oh my gosh, Journal was also 13. I forgot. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot Journal too. I just because, you know. Let's see. If Fortnite oh wait, hold on. Let me out of all those characters, Globe had enough, I think. Bubble Wrap, maybe. Brick. What am I talking about? Brick was, I think, one of my biggest duds. Like, I'm annoyed I made him into, like, oh, guys, I'm sorry. It's just so overplayed. It was so basic. Like, it's just lazy writing. It's just completely lazy writing. And then Ace, obviously. But I feel like I've done enough with Ace as well. I feel like I did some, because he's kind of like not in the show anymore. I mean, he is, but he's like, you see him every so often. So those are the characters I think, probably I could have done more with in retrospect. If Fortnite reached out to collab with Paper Puppets Take 2, but you could only choose 3 characters to be in the collab, who would you pick? Ooh. I think obviously one of them would be Mr. Hand. Oh, but one of the monsters would be so cool. I think Mr. Hand would be one of them. Like, that would be just kind of fun to see. And then probably Plasma Ball, right? Like, I feel like she's a pretty popular... Like, I didn't realize how popular of a character Plasma Ball was, because literally in the votes for, in the votes for the plush poll, Plasma Ball literally got 1,700. And the person in second just barely cracked 1,000. And then the person after that was like, which I won't reveal. And then the third person got like 400, 500. Like, obviously that's a big jump, but this is such a big jump too, because the second place just barely hit 1,000 votes. Plausible, because the last time I checked, she only had 1,000, but now she had 700. So, she got 700 more votes, and that was more than the person in third. Just those extra votes, that's crazy, right? I don't know. But, yeah, so, okay. So, anyway, the 3 people. Oh, wait, is it lagging again? I can kind of see on my stream. It's a little bit. So, I'll just pause. I'll just kind of, yeah, it is lagging a lot more. I don't know if I can edit the broadcast midway through. Can I do that? Can I edit the broadcast midway through stream? I do not. Oh, I can. Interesting. Well then, obviously, the screen is lagging. Is my voice fine? I'm just checking. I'm just kind of letting it sit. Okay. All right. Then I think for now, okay, hold on. Let me just do this. Let's put them all right here. I'm just looking at the chat now. I have it on my main monitor, so. So the 3 people I have in Fortnite would be probably Mr. Hand, Plasma Ball, and then... who would I want in Fortnite? Maybe Golden Ingot, but I feel like that's just oh, maybe Night Helmet. I think that'll be, Night Helmet, Plasma Ball, Mr. Hand. Maybe those 3, honestly. Oh wait, my friend. Wait a minute, my friend is in the chat. Wait. Where is he? Oh, there's my friend Cider. Hi, Cider. Can you draw chainsaws as a human? No, I will not. What are your thoughts about making a season 3? Guys, I will say again, spread the word. Season 3 is not happening. Season 2 is the end of Paper Puppets. Once the finale is done, that is the series finale. So there is no season 3. it just doesn't make it just I don't know. It just doesn't work for the things I want to do. So, and there's no point in having it stretch on for an unreasonable for like an unnecessary season. Because a whole new season, that's a lot. So maybe I'll make another show. I don't know. Out of all the Paper Puppets Take Two casts, who would make the best rage baiter? Basketball, 100%. Let's take a look. Opinions on Object Illusion. That is a name I haven't heard in so long. For those who don't know, that's Asof the King's object show. And I'm actually featured in some of his videos and in some of the episodes because he would read out comments, and then like the first one, like so he featured like mine, and it's funny because maybe I've admitted it on I don't know if I've said this publicly or not, but I said it to friends, but Asof, anytime he would put in my comments, I did like a longer comment, and then he put that in. And then I put in an even longer comment, and he put that in the next episode. So by the end, I had a huge like paragraph because I was like, oh, like I want to see how long this can go for, and I went for like 3 episodes. I thought it was really funny. I just kept making a longer comment. Let's see. Can you give a fun fact about Night Helmet? Despite him being a knight, he has never ridden a horse. Like a proper horse. But actually, I don't know if they exist in the Paper Puppets world. I don't know. I don't really think about that. But he hasn't ridden a horse properly. Let's see. What else can I say? Actually, what else is there? Oh, did I miss any super chats? No. Oh, no, I did miss a super chat. Okay. Where is it? Oh. Wait, I've missed 2. Sorry. So first one, Skylar, thank you for the 2. Will Paper Puppets have another music video? I think I would like to. I would love to have more music. All Over Again that is a big reason why I love episode 14 so much, is the song. Like, Ian did such a fantastic job. It's so I love it so much. And then yeah, Griffin helped me with the lyrics, and we all worked together. It was just such a fun collaboration. Yeah, and then someone said Q-Jar, Ukulele, and Ace. I will not say that name because, I will not say that name, but thank you for the 2. You know who you are. Ukulele and Ace. Interesting pairing. Let's do this. Ace. And then Ukulele will be flying. It's so awkward drawing her shape. I'd say it's good enough. There's Ukulele. Flying. Actually, there we go. I will also move Ace down a little bit just so it gives the effect that she's actually like flying. Oh, there's his head. Okay, my stream seems to be fine again. Maybe it's my internet. Maybe that's what it is. Because, I think having like a shorter latency will make it more laggy. Okay. The Encryption 5 for the 10. Thank you. I am Tabby Violet. Hello. I think your friend shouted you out earlier. Thank you for the greetings. This is my first time donating. I love Paper Puppets Take Two so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And your very first donation. Well, again, guys, don't feel pressured to donate. I'll always be looking at the chat. But, obviously, if someone donates, I will be looking at that first because they, it just, don't feel pressured into donating. I still appreciate them all, though. So, yeah. Radioactive Wolves for the 2. All I request is Gold Ingot holding a cat. Sure. Gold Ingot will hold a cat. Let me see if I can do this the way I want it to. You know how, like... So, I don't own a cat, but I've always seen the thing of, like... If you have a cat... Wait. Like, if you have a cat, and if you hold it, like, it will just kind of, like, sag, or, like, droop. Like, that's what I've seen, like, on the internet, like, a lot of cats... There. And the cat kind of like droops. So there's that. Did I get to you? Oh, yeah. No, I did. I got to yours. All right. Back to the live chat. The cat is longer than Gold Ingot, yes, but that's okay. Let's see. Least favorite Teapot episode? Maybe I should. I don't know. I mean, well... I don't think any of them are bad. Like, I'm not thinking, like, oh, like, this, you know... I feel like a lot of, like, BFT episodes, like, when there's a, like, I guess, quote-unquote, the worst one, it's not that it's just, like, bad. It's just the fact that all the other ones are just better. And that's just, like... but I don't... What would be my least favorite? Actually, I mean, I might not answer, but I'm just gonna think about it for a second. I don't know. I think I have my answer, but not sure. Not sure. So maybe I'll answer it later if I want to, but I don't know. Because it's you know, I don't want people to think, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble from Jack and Jelly because I'm saying this is I don't know. I just think sometimes when I say things like that, like a big part about, you know, working on like a show and like a company like this is, you know, obviously nothing is going to happen, like nothing bad's gonna happen if I say, oh, Teapot, this episode is my least favorite. But a lot of people take things way too seriously with that kind of thing. I don't know. So I usually, like, I just gotta watch, you know, what I'm saying about BFDI, like, as a whole. And that's just because people just take it too seriously. But that's, you know, that's basically it. Let's see. Paper Puppets Take 2 mini. I would love to do a mini one day. You know, like, for those who know, like you know how BFDI does, like, the BFDI mini where it's, like, 10 characters. And they compete in, like, 1-minute challenges. I think that'll be kind of fun to do. Like, a Paper Puppets, like, squared. It's like a tiny 2. Ooh. Interesting. Paper Puppets squared. Or, like, I wouldn't want to call it Paper Puppets mini. It'd be something, like, kind of fun. Like, something, like, I would think of it, like, you know, something. Let's see. If you could redo any old episodes with the skills you have now, which would it be? Clearly, episode 2. 100%. That would be the one I redo. Because it is... I still think it's one of the worst things. It might be the worst thing I've ever made on the internet, if I'm being honest. It is just bad. It's not like with Paper Puppets, like, season 1, it's, like, charming, I guess, to an extent. Like, there's nothing, like, inherently wrong with it. It's just made by a kid. But episode 2 is just all memes and bass boosted stuff and weird it's just not good. It's really bad. Did you see that Michael got his own Wikipedia page? Yes, I did. For those who don't know, BFDI has a Wikipedia page. And the really cool thing, I said this last stream, is that I'm on Wikipedia technically. If you go to, like, the BFDI episodes and go to the ones that I wrote on Teapot, like, it'll say, like, written by Sam, Niall, and me. And so my name is on Wikipedia. I don't have my own Wikipedia page, but my name is just on there. And that's, like, so cool, right? Like, that's awesome. What is your genuine opinion about the recent BFDI Teapot episodes to be all in some... What's your genuine opinion about the recent BFDIA Teapot episodes to be all in some meetup to screening? I'm assuming you're saying, like, what's your opinion on the recent BFDI and Teapot episodes just being in theaters? I mean, I could talk about this because it's just kind of my own opinion, which doesn't affect like anything at all. And this is obviously my own views on like because there are a lot of people who seem to be upset about it being in the theaters for some reason, and I think my opinion on it is that I just think I don't know. I think it's kind of upsetting to seeing like people like everyone is like not everyone. It's a very small vocal minority because obviously Twitter is so it's mostly people on Twitter. It's just some people seem to be just so like upset about it and so like not maybe not nasty, but it's just like I don't know. People are like like another screening. It's like okay, like sure, but it's I don't know. Like it's I think the opportunity to put BFDI in movie theaters, like that's just the coolest thing. Like so many people I'm sure would love to have this kind of thing just cuz it's a really big thing for like this like industry stuff. Like obviously it's nowhere near Digital Circus or Has Been Hotel, but it's like putting it in this screenings. I think it's just cool. I don't really it also helps when people can go to meetups. We just have them more often. And also, I don't really get the point where it's like, oh, like the spoilers, guys. Like they're uploaded less than 24 hours after it comes out. You have to wait less than a day to avoid spoilers, and half the time you're probably asleep. I think, just depending on time zones. So like, I don't know. I think too many people are upset about it, and obviously, like I know there is like the fear of missing out, but again, like it comes to a point where there's so much negativity around it for not really seemingly any reason. I don't know. I think it's not really worth to get so worked up over to an extent because it's just something that's done for the fans. That's kind of what we're just making it, it's for the fans to watch. And also like I will say a big part of it is it's kind of I think the theater experience is also more of like the kids. Like, and what I mean by that is a lot of people, and it really confused me. A lot of people, like, I've seen on YouTube or, like, Twitter were saying, like, oh, there were so many kids at the event. Yeah. BFDI is a kids show. Like, you will have kids screaming. Like, all guys, like, there will be kids screaming at the theaters because BFDI is a show for kids. Like, it's a kids show. So you will see kids at the events, and I think the people who are a little older don't really realize that like they're not really the target demographic. The target demographic are the kids. So that's why I think people on Twitter are more vocal about it. It's because the kids who are like 8, they're not on Twitter obviously. They're just going to like Mom, Dad, the thing like the theater. Can I go and watch? Can we get a ticket? And they're like yes. It's mainly for a lot of the younger kids. That's kind of what I'm picking it up. And that's fine. And if people are upset about it, it does suck. And like, I'm sorry, people are upset about it. But at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a fun thing for the, for like the series. It's such a cool opportunity. So I hope like, it's just better to kind of see like the fun parts about it, instead of just thinking like they're doing too many. It's like, oh, they're doing. It's like, it feels like it feels better to focus more positive energy. Like, oh, it's cool. They are giving more opportunities for people to see the stuff in the theaters. Like, more opportunities for like, cool merchandise and people making friends. Like, see the positives of it, just like curate something positive about it. Like, we should do that more, why not? That was a long ramble. Sorry about that. I just am very vocal about that because I just think people should spend more time focusing about the fun parts about it instead of feeling so just kind of focusing on the negative parts and making it seem like it's it's fun. Yeah. Hey Angiru, will Santa Hat and Loaf return to the show or are they gone forever? I think their story's wrapped up. I don't think we'll be seeing them, and I'm fine with saying that because there's not going to be anything more with Santa Hat and Loaf and Gold Ingot like all in the same room. That's just it. It's a story I really wanted to tell, and that's kind of where they're at. That's kind of their curtain call. Do you plan on doing any other merch besides plushies, keychains, and shirts? Maybe. Yes, I plan on doing shirts eventually. I'm still trying to like figure out like the process of it, but I really want to do shirts for you guys. I would love to do some really cool like dynamic merchandise, like really fun stuff. I would love to do something like that. I would love that to my heart's content. Yeah, no. So hold on, let's just keep looking. Okay. Who? Random question: were the Dungeons and Dimwits roles picked intentionally? I always thought that Journal and Treasure Chest as the Alchemist and Paladin had really interesting implications. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know a single thing. I know the Dungeon Master, and you make a story, and you roll a die, and the outcome is determined on the number you roll, or something like that. That's all I know. I don't play it. I know people who do, and I believe my writer and my friend of the show, Lewis, I think he's more familiar with that. I think. So, I think he's the one that kind of chose all the roles, and I was like, yep, looks good to me, and that's kind of it. So, I don't know if there's any implications. If there is, I don't know. So, yeah, that's basically it. Also, let me zoom out, because I've just been on this page the whole time. There we go. Look at that. All right. Will there ever be an episode that will go back to the roots of Paper Puppets? I find season 1 charming. Probably not. I think as an artist, I will always kind of be yearning to develop my art and my story and just kind of my visual, like just everything more. You know, I think going back to season 1 like style is a little backwards unless I do something like maybe I do stop motion with it. Like if I do something with like season 1 like that style, I'm gonna kind of push the envelope a little bit with it instead of just like moving around paper cutouts. Like, I don't know, maybe the paper aesthetic, I don't know, something like that, because I think it's always important to kind of strive to improve as an artist. Let's see. You missed a super chat. I did. Thank you for telling me. Sorry if I'm missing super chats. Let me know. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my gosh, I missed 3. I am so sorry about that, guys. 7 for the £5. Hype for episode 17. Would love a drawing of my Scottish king post-it note with his square glasses. Of course. Let's do it. And I see some questions here. Can you draw my character from my profile picture? Hey 9 with the £2? Sure. I just gotta look it up. Let me just go to YouTube real quick. Let me get both of these down. Just on my laptop. So yeah, post-it note with square glasses, and then boom. Let's see. I can't really tell. Can I open the image in a new tab? Oh, I can zoom in, I think. Yeah, I can just zoom in. How do I zoom in on this? How do I zoom in? Oh, there we go. So it's like someone with like a flower thing. Oh, whoops. There we go. They have kind of like a flower, like a flower crown. I know what that is now, so don't you worry, guys. So okay, let's do that then. Okay, so first, post-it note with the square glasses. I feel like he would definitely wear glasses. You know, like why not? Post-it note. Honestly, if I redid Paper Puppets, right? Like, I feel like I would give more characters some cosmetic. I think, like, give more characters, like, cosmetics. Like I would give Post-it note glasses. Like, if I would redo the season. Like, I would give him glasses for sure. Like this. Like, or either there would be actual glasses, or, like, I draw them on. Like, they look like actual, like, they look like like a brush. Or like a pen. That would be so cool, right? And then this, okay, so I'm going to try my best with this. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering this. But it's like, yeah, I think maybe we can refrain from people asking for me to draw profile picture stuff, because half the time I really can't tell. Like, I'm second guessing it. I don't want to. I don't want to second guess, you know, like drawing like a thing. I just like the quality, like, I think it's a cape, I believe. I think something like that. Sorry if I'm botching. I think something like that. And then encryption for the £2. Do you have any plans after Paper Puppets? Yes. Okay, maybe. Okay. Well, take this with a grain of salt, but I might want to do another show. I might want to do another object show. But we'll see. I'll still be in the community after the show, like, Paper Puppets ends. But, you know, who knows? And then I also want to, I might want to do more stuff with these characters, like Magenta. Well, not him, because he's yeah, I don't use, like, characters like Magenta, like human stuff. Like a series, like I did, like, I have a few, like, I'm not sure if anyone knows my characters like Vivian and Leon. They're kind of like some characters I would post on Twitter. I kind of maybe want to do like a series with them. I don't know, something more for sure, like a series of some kind. But yeah, those are my ideas. Can Bottle say Super Funny is her #1 fan? Blank for the 2. Okay. Let's put that. Oh, whoops. Pan. Blue. Let's go back to the live chat. What is Mr. Hand made of? I've had 2 ideas for this. I don't really know, so take this again with a grain of salt. But I think he would be a glove. I think he's a glove. And I don't know, like, yeah, but because it doesn't make sense that he's like, if he was an actual hand, then, like, what are the implications of that, you know? So I would say he's a glove. Maybe like leather? I don't know. Again, I'm not sure. There we go. There we go. Shane's still friends with Brick and Glashard, just asking. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. Yellow and Gear, at the meetup, my partner gave you a painting of Night Helmet. Do you still have that? Yes, I do, actually. I remember that. Okay. So, okay, I have it, but I don't, and I'll explain. When I returned, because I was in LA, and obviously, like, you guys had given me so much, like, merchandise and so many cool things, and, like, you know, I was on trip for over a month, so I was, like, buying some clothes. I was, you know, so my luggage was really full, and basically, like, I couldn't bring it. I couldn't bring the Night Helmet painting home because I didn't want to damage it. The last thing I wanted to do is damage it. So it's there in LA waiting for me. And the next time I go to LA, I'll pick it up and I'll bring it and I'll probably take it home with me. But it's in a safe spot. So don't worry. I did not get rid of it. I still have it. And, you know, I will reunite with it. Promise. And yeah. All right. So where are we at with the stream? Okay. 2 minutes left. Let's 10 more minutes, guys. Less than 10 more minutes. I don't think, like, you know, I guess just ask any questions or anything. Yeah. You know, let's do like a lightning round, okay? Like less than 10 minutes, okay? Then we'll end it. Actually, let me put on like a stopwatch. So it's 6:45 right now, so I guess before 6:55. Okay. All right, can you draw an alternate universe where Mr. Hand and Journal get along? Sure. Thank you for the 10, by the way. Oh, wow, there's a lot of donations. Okay, so, okay, let's do this quick. Okay, I guess I have to do another thing. Okay. Let's do that quickly. Look at that. They're friends. Me fun with the 2. Why is guitar absolutely cooking with the golf fit? Ukulele, yeah, a lot of people are kind of surprised ukulele kept the eyeliner. I just kept it for 2 reasons. One, I think it just looks nice. I think it looks nice just giving her a new cosmetic, and I think she'll probably just keep that. indefinitely, maybe. I just like giving stuff like that to characters, and it's kind of nice that it lingers, that she's kind of, obviously she took, like, Yooka-Laylee does not wearing the jacket or the glasses, but she's kind of like embracing the eyeliner. She's kind of turning it into like a positive like thing, you know. And yeah, I know. I just like having, you know, the continuity. I think it's cool. Can you add bottle from Object Lockdown and bottle from Sosna to bottle hangout? Thank you for the 25, by the way. I don't know what the first one is, but I will add bottle from the lockdown thing. Where can I put here? I guess I'll have to make this smaller. There. Sorry, person who recommended this, but wait, what? There. Oh, there's Knight's helmet. There's Knight Helmet's hand. So bottle from Object Lockdown looks like this. I think she's a little more... Yeah, I like that, I think. Alright, uses my evil powers on you. Come on, Cider. Why? No. Thank you for the 7, by the way. Appreciate it. Alright, let's go. Let's look back in the chat. Let's see. Oh, is this stream? Yeah, the stream's a little delayed. Oh wait, no, that's fine. If it's lagging, then yeah, sorry, I can't do anything about that. So let's just continue. I saw a question earlier that I really liked. Hopefully I can find it again. Okay, well, not this one, but I just saw it now. Is Chainsaw a girly pop diva? He is the exact opposite of that. Do you ever plan on posting the full storyboards of all the episodes? I thought about it, because I've obviously done the storyboard videos. Actually, wait, let me zoom out here, just so. I've thought about doing, like, storyboard videos, but, I mean, I feel like they're obviously not, like, that popular among people, and that's fine. Like, they didn't really do that well view-wise, and I don't know, maybe I'll do a Google Drive of all of them. Who knows? I think that seems kind of... I think that'd be cool to do, to show, like, all the boards, because especially all the new storyboarders. Like, Dimitri, Boxo, Relp, Clarissa, like, you know, we are, you know, a really... Hold on, am I forgetting someone? I am so sorry to my team if I'm forgetting someone. Oh my gosh. No, it's literally just... No, for the storyboarders, it's me, Boxo, Relp, Clarissa, and Dimitri. Yeah, there's 5 of us. Yeah. Anyway. I would love to show off their boards. They have fantastic boards. They're all so talented, and I love the team. I love the storyboarding team. All right, let's see. Dimitri, I see you in the chat. Anyway, oh yeah, Dimitri is Wish Fixers, who's the voice of Clapboard from Teapot. Hi Yellow, what's your favorite episode you've written? I think it's really hard because episode 14, 15, and 16 I think are like a really... Oh, and okay, Lewis. I guess Lewis also storyboards. Thank you for reminding me, Dimitri. But I don't know. I feel like 14, 15, 16 is a really good stretch. Episode 17 I really like too. I think my favorite episode I've written, I think it's still 14. I think it's still great. Yeah. Fairless with a 5. Not sure if this is plot spoiler, but will we see the eliminated contestants again soon, like in the pit? We'll see them eventually. We will see them. For sure. Yeah. So, yeah, but I think episode 14 is my favorite. For Paper Puppets. 16, but 16 is also really fun. And also, again, 17. Episode 17, I think, is a really good episode, too. I'm so happy with it. So, I don't know. I think 14 if I had to choose one. Did you decide... How did you decide the remaining elimination order? Just curious, making my own notes and want some advice on it. I think... Well, okay. So, for those who don't know, the elimination order for Paper Puppets Take 2 is basically all planned out. I know who's winning. Well... Kind of, yeah. I know who's in the finale at at the minimum, I know who's getting to the finale. But an important thing about that is it's really hard. It's super hard to write an elimination order because you got to think about everything. Because I didn't know how I was going to eliminate basketball in my head because I was like, Chainsaw being up for elimination, he's obviously going to get out. So it's when people do elimination orders, like write out like like what the voting ratio is going to be. Is it like a 3 to because it was a 3 to 3 to no, it was a 4 to 4 vote. So like plotting it like like, oh, okay, so Plaza Ball is probably going to vote basketball because, basketball did this last episode, and, Bottle's going to vote Chainsaw, obviously. So it's like, like planning out who is voting who, and then also kind of maybe trying to figure out, like, a setup. That's kind of my best advice for that. So, yeah. Let's see. Yelling Gear, what is your favorite object show? The Nightly Manor. It's my favorite object show. If I can't choose BFDI, then the Nightly Manor. It holds a special place in my heart too. Yeah, so oh, wait. Okay, wait. I think we are back. Wait 1 second. All right, there we go. Yeah, we're back. All right, so let me keep scrolling into the chat. Sorry, I'm back. I had to mute me mic, but that's okay. Oh wait, sorry. There's one more super chat. I think. Let's see. Who is Mr. Hand's favorite person in Paper Puppets, host or contestant? I actually don't know. I don't know. I think he probably hates all of them. I assume. Yeah. So, all right, hold on. Let me. Sorry, when I BRB, there's like some shit that came up. No, that's some questions. Yelling Gear, do you use 12 FPS for Paper Puppet's Sake 2? No, I use 24. Right there. You see that? Wait, is this? Yeah. Look at that. 24 FPS right there. And I just, I don't... Actually, wait. Can I do this? Like, like when Bottle talks, it's like, I just animate like that. That's how I do it. Wait, is this the chainsaw layer? Yeah. See, look at that. It's not 12 FPS, it's 24 FPS, guys. Please get it right. Please and thank you. All right. So, all right, I think I'm gonna do one more question. Yeah. No, this is not episode league. This is episode 16, guys. All right. So I'll do one more question and then one more drawing request, and which is this one right here, from the funding. Blank data. Can you draw? Have Volwer say Blue Bug is her #1 fan? Yes, that will be the last donation. I hope. Blue Bug? And yeah, Blankford, thank you for the 2. Blue Bug. #1 fan? Thank you. There we go. There's bubble wrap. Yeah. All right. So let's check back Top chat. All right. Let's. Oh, wait. I got one more. Wait. What? Oh no, Utopian Parodies. Oh, that is my mod from my server. Hello. Thank you for the 3. Appreciate it. All right. One more question. Let's take a look. Let's see. What? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. How about... Now, I feel like a lot of these questions are pretty similar. You know, this is actually a pretty good one that I haven't seen asked. Why was the second plush delayed? Yeah. So, I think, well, it wasn't really delayed. I'll give my mentality on, like, plushies and stuff. So, as you know, Gold Ingot came out. Gold Ingot came out almost a year ago, I think, right? Yeah. Basically, he came out last year. And so, obviously, there hasn't been a plush since. And, so, obviously, we know the next one coming up is Plasma Ball. She's the next one in line. But, I have a third plush. Literally, I am looking at my desk right now, and I can see Gold Ingot. I can see Plasma Ball. And I can see the third plush. I have a third plush prototype. I'm literally holding it in my hands right now. Like, you know, I'm punching it right now. Yeah. So, basically, this plush was going to be the next one. But I didn't know really if I wanted to change up the order, because Plasma Ball got the highest number of votes, but then this other plush that I have, I think a lot of people would love to see. So it was really hard to. I was kind of swapping them around between like which one is which, but I was like, Plasma Ball has the most votes. She should just beat the plush. And so the third one will be revealed at a later day. At a later day, guys. So I can't, it's, I see the plush right now. It's pretty cool, And so the reason plushies, it's been a year since the last plush was because, one, I think episodes should always be the priority instead of the plush, because, that is the fan base. That is just where the community comes from. Episodes are always a priority. And last year, I was finishing up my last year of university. So the last thing I wanted to do was, by the way, guys, there hasn't been an episode in a year, but here's some merchandise you can buy. It just didn't feel right to, for you guys to wait so long for an episode and only to just have, to get like a product. It just didn't feel right. So, that's why that's why Plasma Ball is releasing around episode 17, because I don't want it to just be, here's a plush, here's a plush, here's a plush, and I'm not making any episodes or videos, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So, episodes are the priority, and that's why maybe episode 18 there will be another plush. So, yeah. And also, I just feel like I don't really want to rush out plushies anyway. It's just not my style. If people want to, that's totally fine. It's not my style to rush out all these products, because I just also want to make sure they're as good as they can be. And, and that's, I'm not, I don't think I have like some, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think I'm above anyone when it comes to, like, I'm waiting longer, because I know other people have plushies, like, their plushies kind of come out faster than mine. And I'm not saying, like, I'm better than them. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of my mindset. I always want to focus on the episodes. And episodes take a long time anyway. So if episodes take a while, then plushies are going to take a while. And that's kind of it. So I'm hoping if I speed up production on episodes, I speed up production on plushies. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. So, yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm going to double check I went through all the super chats. Because the last one was done by Utopian Parodies. And let me see. Yeah, I think I got everyone. So, yeah. That's today's stream. How long are we at? 2 hours 14. And I said I wouldn't go over 2 hours. You guys are lucky that I'm just the best YouTuber and the best... I'm giving you guys an extra 14 minutes. Like, how much nicer can I possibly be? it's for you guys, the fans. But yeah, no. So thank you guys for enjoying the stream. And yeah, so I will be we'll do more streams in the future. You know, just casual streams like this. It's fun. I'd love to do more. So yeah, thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys hopefully. Maybe next one will be a Paper Puppets animation stream and audio editing stream. I don't know, like maybe a production stream. Maybe I'm working on the episode while I'm streaming, right? Maybe. All right. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you all another day. Goodbye. Farewell. Au revoir. Later. Yeah.